Okay, the recording is on. So I have all these 3 disks free here from everything. So quickly do fdisk-l and then dev/sdb, and it's just nothing in there. There is no partition, nothing, right? And I'm on to my second server, first server. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to destroy this while the LVMs and all those are there, okay? I'm gonna do EU mount -a. LSBLK. I'm gonna do SDB. SDC. Apparently this one probably goes faster, the one we ran yesterday. The one
Mr. Zafar, can you make your screen a little bit bigger while you're doing this?
Yeah, let me make the forms.
Thank you.
Okay, and SDD. Most of the places you will not be using ext4 as of last 2 years, but in my environment we are using ext4 too. So I was really surprised, but it's all only on the company, how the company want to manage and everything. Okay, I'm talking about the file system.
So, Mr. Zafar, the company that you work for determines the file system and the administrator doesn't?
No, some of the stuff is like the determination by what the industry is doing, and
And ext4 is the one with the 500 terabytes, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm. I was hoping the file system get destroyed with the dd command. What if we force it? Okay, man dd and byte size, convert byte size, count, copy only and input blocks, IBS, input file, OBS, skip. Let me add a force switch here.
Mrs. Zafar, in this DD command that we're running, shouldn't the output file be slash dev slash 0 since that's going to be the output of it?
No, this is the source. We are wiping the disk.
So the source is the output file?
No, I'm sorry. Source is the output file is the destination. We are wiping the dev slash SDD, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, there is a command called wipe file system also. Let's see if that is going to work. What is the way to destroy it, the file system without removing LVM? You see, I mean, going through this, removing LVM is a pain, right? That's what I want to get rid of it. So let me go to the Google's search.
It says you can also wipe it with the shred command. Have you ever ran that one before?
Um, which Linux is asking for?
Let
Oh, there is a shred command. I don't normally use. Okay, count one. Let's try this. Byte size 5012. Mm, you have to delete the partition, then delete the SDB. It's not working. Let me do part pro. Okay, so you said a shred command is there?
Yes, it was in the same page. It was under the same thing that you were looking at, I think.
Yeah, right here.
Yep, right there. Yep.
Oh God. So we just do one then. Saying to install a wipe command too. Let's see if we need to install a wipe command. I don't want to jump in this installing it yet, but okay, it's going fast. Let's see if it's going to be done soon.
What is the hyphen VFZ for, Mr. Zafar?
V is verbose. That means we are seeing it. F is
While it's being
probably,
done?
yeah.
Okay.
F
F
is
is forcefully?
probably forcing it, and Z is I'm not sure. I have to check it.
0 maybe?
Uh,
No, I don't think it will be 0.
okay. There's a scrub command too. I was hoping we could use wipe here, so let's see if this doesn't work. Let me cancel this here and see what happens. They didn't do it. Part Pro.
I ran across like 2 or 3 of those commands that are telling us to delete it, but it's telling us to follow the whole process. First, remove the LVM and everything.
Oh,
I'm looking for it as well.
Okay, there is a bad block command. Weird device name. SDB is in use. Mm, I think it did work. One of the first ones we did. I hate to restart the system. So what I'm gonna do is fs tab. When you're restarting the system, if the file system is missing, you have to take out the file system which is not there. Okay, or else it will create a lot of problem. So I'm gonna restart it. So you are on the first server, okay, and what you might want to do is, so over here it's doing S D B C D E N F. Okay.
Mr. Zafar, you did VI assignment 09.sh, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do PV create. And then I'm gonna do VG create. And then I'm gonna do tech01. Okay. And then for LV create, use the logical volume names provided. So what I'm going to do is LV create, I'm going to copy something from here. And then I'm going to replace this here. So data 00, I'm going to change it to tech01. Okay. And first one is Amazon, so it's 10 GB. And I'm going to copy the line several times because there are several in there. I'm going to go into insert mode, and first one is Amazon, so I'm going to change this to Amazon. Second one is Apple. Okay, and third one is IBM. And how much is IBM is 5 GB. And Microsoft is 3 GB. And then last one is 8 GB, okay? And that is Google. And then for MKDIR, use the mon point, okay? So what we should do is, let's do MKDIR hyphen P. When you do hyphen P, it's not going to give you a error message, okay? Amazon, and I'm going to go back here and do change Apple. IBM. And then Microsoft.
Professor,
Yes, sir.
so there's no space between all volume you create.
I cannot hear you. Say that again.
I said there's no space between all volume.
What?
I asked you if you don't put any space between all volume. LV create like Amazon and Apple. There's no space between them.
Where? Here?
Yes, after that, before you go to the second one, there is no space.
Yeah, there is no space. It's not. I mean, as long
Okay.
as, you don't have to. I mean, if you want to look good on your eyes, you could do that too.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
don't worry about that. You're a technical guy, so you don't need to worry about all that. What's happening? Okay, and so we have Amazon, Apple, IBM, Microsoft, right? And Google. So one, two, three, four, five. Okay, so so now I did mount points mkdir hyphen p. Okay, and so now I have to do the file system.
Mr. Zafar, question: when you did the MKDI, why do you have to do the hyphen P? When we do it in our regular, like without the script, we never put the hyphen P when we're creating those.
Yeah, we didn't do it, but the reason I'm doing it is if it if one of the drive is already there, it's not going to throw the error.
So we're just making it as a parent directory then.
Yeah, so let's take a look here. So if I do ls hyphen ld Amazon amazon, so I'm doing mkdir slash Amazon, right? If I do mkdir Amazon again, it's giving you the error message. But if I do hyphen p is like if parent is there, skip on. So it's not getting you an error message, and the chances of breaking the script is low.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Very
Yep,
good.
thank you.
Very good. Actually, do hyphen p in your regular everyday work. You know what? No, actually, don't do it. If you're using single directory, don't do it. So that you should know if the existing directory is there, you should know. But it's harmless though. If the existing directory is there, it's not going to overwrite or anything like that. But you won't get an error message, and you wouldn't know if it created or existing or not. So it's your discretion, I suppose. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, so I'm gonna copy the example. You guys keep this with you for rest of your career. This is gonna help a lot. So MKFS over here, what you're gonna have to do is then hyphen and the name of this Amazon. Okay, and and here I'm gonna go here. In fact, make everything a XFS file system. Okay, so that you don't have to worry about too much. Apple, IBM, Microsoft. Make sure all these things are working good. Amazon, Apple, IBM. I mean, not working good, but they all named spelled correctly everywhere. Okay, it's gonna make a difference. If you're gonna see this here, but you created an error here, if you create Apple with one P in it, and you're trying to make a file system with was double P, it's not gonna work. So make sure it's there all across. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we will put this in, put at end of the file system here. So what you need to do is you need to I'm copying this line here because it doesn't have, this is as a text file, okay, because you see the little difference there. So you have to be, now this part you have to be a little careful. So dev mapper, see Amazon, AMAZON tech, and this is XFS. Oh, you know what? Actually, we may be able to get away from rebooting this here. Okay, so FS tab entry to skip. Okay, okay, so give me 1 second here. Okay, dump 0 FSCK check is 1, right? Uh, 1 means skip, right? Is that what it is? Zero means check, 1 means Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, file system error corrected. File system should be rebooted. File system error left. Operation error. Usage or checking cancel. We should take a break here. Let's take a 20-minute break and we'll be back at noon, okay? Noon Central, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Break starts now.
Mr. Zafar, when you get a chance, can you go into my machine and check out my LSBLK? My drives for the assignment that we did are there. I was trying to remove those, but they're not working. And I tried to go into the VA FS tab to delete those entries, and I've already deleted them.
Yeah, what is your IP?
It's 10.1.10.80.
Yeah, yours is slow.
Yeah, both my wife and my servers are really slow.
Yeah, I'll fix it a little later. Okay, so HR.
Mr. Zafar, what's that? What's localhost? Is that something for you?
Localhost is where did you see that?
In the other screen that you have open.
Yeah, localhost is like built-in loopback. There is a built-in dummy network adapter.
In the other putty session that you have open, it said it as well in the putty.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Localhost is oh, this one, the name of the host, localhost or loopback?
Yeah, no, the name of the host, like it says root at localhost,
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah, at that, yep, that I
yeah.
haven't seen that so far.
No, it's just the name.
Okay,
It's the name of the system.
okay.
So what I'm gonna do is lv remove. Okay, so lv doesn't exist, right? So I'm gonna go in there, etcfs tab. fsck is, I'm gonna put 1. What am I looking here?
When you go into LSBLK, my data 00 drives for the assignment that we created are still there. I'm trying to remove those with a DD command, but it's not working.
Yeah, no, you have to restart the system. That's what I'm trying to do. When you ran the dd command, did it work? Did it went through?
Yeah, it went through. It didn't give me an error.
Yeah, so go into fs tab.
And the entries I deleted already from there.
Okay, so just
Yep.
restart the system. That's the
Okay.
thing I'm trying to avoid. That is what I'm
Okay,
looking
okay.
into it actually.
Okay.
So when you restart the system, if the entry is still in the fs tab, what's going to happen is system is going to halt during the reboot process. Yeah, system is halting. See, it's looking for the drive slash HR, right? Okay. So this is what happens here. You're not able to. So now the entry is removed if I do it init 6, I'm able to come back into. So it booted up without getting into trouble. So what I wanted to do is
Hey, Mr. Zafar, my server 1 is down again.
yeah. Okay, so you are having issue here. Well, the thing is, I restarted it. It never came back up. Correct. Okay, yeah, it's there. It's coming up late. But anyway, what we'll do is I'll fix your server after the class is over. Okay.
Okay.
These are the FS tab entries. So all you have to do here is keep all these things same. And here Amazon, you just change it to Google. Microsoft. And over here is Apple. Okay, that's it. And then you do mount hyphen A. So you mount the file system. Okay. So let's look at this script here. So you do VI. So it does this, all these things here. I'm using SDB, SDC, SDD, dev SDE, dev SDF. Okay, here let's keep doing fdisk. Okay, let's see what happens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna so you do ls-l, and then to so if you run this assignment, it's not going to work. The proper way to do it is change the permissions here. Chmod 755, we are giving the execute permission to assignment. So ls-l. Now the moment it has an execute permission, you will see the assignment is in different color. Okay, and how do you run the command? A period and a slash, and you type assignment. This is the proper way to run the script. Okay, so I'm gonna hit enter. Oh, come on, let's do yes. Oh, what happened?
Mr. Zafar, before we did PV create in the script, aren't we supposed to go into fdisk and set up the partitions first? Maybe that's why it didn't go through.
Yeah, I was no, it did went through PV create. PV create part is done here, right? And so VG
It
create.
didn't create the volume group. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to work on VG create. Okay, so VG create. What is the problem here?
You didn't put the drives.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so now it should work all these things. Okay. There you go. Amazon, Apple, and all that. 10 GB, 5 GB, 5 GB, 3 GB, 8 GB. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this on the remote server, those next two servers here, okay? So I'm going to write the script to do that action. So if you go into history, how did we run that? Grep. So I remembered from the last time, this is what it was, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this 2 into my another script here. I'm going to do vi host script dot sh. What do I do here is shebang. Okay, and all this here, what I'm going to do here is change it to assignment 09. hopefully SSH has been set up on all these two servers, right? So you get it here. I'm running it like uh, script on two servers simultaneously. So let me just make sure the SSH is passwordless.
Yes, you.
Okay, this is passwordless, and now you see how things are coming together. Why we set up passwordless and all that. Now, if I have in here, I could go in here and I could repeat. I could repeat like 100 servers in here. Do you see the value in there now?
Yep.
And I'm gonna do chmod 755 host script, and if I do ls-l, you see the host script is in color now. That means it's executable. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit enter here. Okay, so let's go into one puppy here and see what happened here. Uh-oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Let's go into the second one. What was the second one? This one here, right?
Mr. Zafar, I think in the VI assignment file, at the bottom, I don't know if you created the echo command for the other drives, dev/mapper. I think you only did one line of that.
Assignment?
Yeah, VI assignment on the bottom of it. Did you? Oh, you did all of them? Okay.
Check.
That should be good then. That's fine.
What I could do is let me see if this one went through. Okay, this one went through. What happened with the first one is I need to put a sleep timer in there. The first one didn't get a good, second didn't get a chance to do it. So what I'm gonna do is over here, what you could do is you could give it a sleep in here. SLEEP equals, you give like 60 seconds. Coleman, I'm gonna run this on one of your server here, okay? So which one is yours? 131. Since this one is done, I'm gonna turn it off, okay? When you put the comment in there, it's turned off. So SSH SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID. Oh man. Oh, ooh, no, he's a mess. Let's see here. Whose server I could go into? Let me go into Ranjan's 194. So his is clean, okay? And then I'm gonna clear this cat. I'm gonna go in here and see what's there. In the week, I'm gonna put everything nice and clean for you guys.
Mr. Zafar, while you're working on that, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just my mind is thinking about it. When we did the LVMs in the first time you taught us the LVMs, we did pretty much F disk first, right? We created the partitions, and then when we did the PV create, we did /dev/sdb1, given the partitions that we have created. So now we're just doing SDB and SDC, SDD, those without the ones, without the partition. So does it automatically create those for us once we
Technically,
run it?
yeah, it should supposed to, but what I seen is it's giving that problem. Earlier I discussed that the problem is it's not keeping the size of the volume. So if you give 10 GB, it's reducing it to 9.8 or 9.5. That's the problem. So in the environment, you should be able to do PV create and skip F disk.
Okay.
Okay, so this looks good. I'm gonna go into the sleep command and see what it does. Sleep fully document. Okay, so in our script here, I'm adding a 60-second sleep. Okay, and let's see, before I run this, let me see what happens here, okay? Okay, there is no equal sign. So what sleep does is it adds 15 seconds and run the second command, okay? There you go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and we should give about 60 seconds for the first script to complete. Then it's going to go here, so it's going to run this, then after that it's going to run this. Okay, so the reason it's doing the last four is because we may have already have double entries in there. That's why it's doing that. So to me, the first script did went through fine. All right, there you go. Okay, Coleman was in there. If I go here, uh, character post. Okay, let me go in here and see. Or what you could do is, what is the command you want to run? There you go. Beautiful. And let's see if the one on Ranjan's server is gonna work. Okay, it didn't work. What is it that didn't work? Oh, he has this. Oh, actually, I gave the wrong server. I was supposed to be giving the Ranjan server, right? 94. My bad. Where did that come from, buddy? This is the correct information, and let me make it one more time here, and let me go into Ranjan's second server. I'm sure he didn't do anything in there. Okay, here's his pure. Okay, so I'm gonna exit, and then what I'm gonna do is, so here I'm gonna say Okay. We'll start from fresh here. We have got two new servers, 93 and 94, 193 and 194, right? And we know the script is working. We went in there and did everything. So I'm adding a sleep timer for 60 seconds. It's going to run the first line. It's going to run the second line. And this time should be a thing of beauty here. Okay. Successful. There you go. Beautiful. So the timer kicked in, 60 seconds.
Professor,
Yeah.
so why is not working on my third server?
Oh, because you have the LVMs in there.
Okay, so I have to delete everything on my left first.
Yeah, just wipe everything out. I'm gonna give before the classes end. I'm gonna run the script so that you can run all three servers simultaneously and then reboot the server.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. What is the command?
df-h.
df-h. Okay, and beautiful. Can't get anything cooler than that for a Linux guy. Beautiful. Any questions?
Mr. Zafar, can you run lsblk with this ssh command in the quotations? I want to see how did it break down the blocks.
There is no single partition there. There you go. It's just going directly on it.
Directly into it. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
So now the df-h.
So these direct partitions that it just created under the main drives, when we created the partitions in the fdisk command and we changed the codes to 8e and set it to Linux LVM. So what is the purpose of that then? If this doesn't do that, then is it like different in any ways, or is it still the same?
Uh, in reality, you're supposed to be skipping fdisk.
So we don't have to worry about the hex code
Yeah,
and changing that and stuff.
correct. So, but what is happening is there is a bug in LVM which is not resolved. I think it's resolved in Red Hat 8. When you download Red Hat 8, CentOS 8, you should be able to go without one.
Okay.
Now let's destroy them. History or DD, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this vi destroy lvm.sh shebang pound exclamation bin bash, and then I'm gonna do this here. So how many we have in there? SDB SDB is gonna there, SDC, SDE, SDF, SDG, SD what? H also? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and what else?
I think there's only 5 of them.
Yeah.
Until F.
SD, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, right?
But E and G and H are at blank.
Yeah, still run it.
Okay.
So now, before I run anywhere else, I'm going to run it here. chmod 755 destroy. Oh, this might take
You
a
don't
long
have to
time.
give the IP address in this command, Mr. Zafar?
I'm destroying it locally first.
Okay.
I'm taking the local one out first. I'm missing D in there. A, B, C, D is missing. E, F, G, H. So okay, fine. So this might take a long time. So what I'm gonna do is, let's end the class here. I'm gonna put like nice all this script up there when it's done, and then you guys know now how to just run multiple script on multiple servers. You just have to add it in there and give the script as an input script. Okay.
Are you gonna share these scripts with us by any chance?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying here.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that online as soon as I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Before that, let me fix your servers.
Okay.
I may have to fix that manually.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Use the chat. And as soon as I'm done, it looks like this one is going fast. When I'm done, then you could do it. And also, you guys start downloading go into go into the download section and download the VirtualBox, and then download this one here. Once you download the VirtualBox and install it, once you download it, just click on it, and it will open in VirtualBox, and you could open it as many times as you want. And each time you open it, or open it once, all you have to do is right click and clone it and give it a name, so that you have a local copy also. If there is a problem, then reach out to me during the week, and I will have like a one quick 1 hour session. I will take care of that.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
All right, everybody, enjoy, and please. I think LVM is very good, interesting, and it's dead easy. It's not a rocket science. It's dead easy. All you have to do is just figure out this part here. Figure out this part. Figure out this part, and figure out what LVMs is, and repeat. That's it. All right, I'm gonna stop here, and then we'll go from there.
Professor,
Yeah.
namaste.
All right. Namaste. All right. Bye.